King, man, stop looking at my stuff, man. Listen, YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode, y'all, of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs YouTube channel. Listen, is the man that's trying to make King just with this awesome pod got. It is your boy Real. And joining me is a man that was on my pod just a minute ago, and that's my boy King. What up, man?
Nothing much, brother. But today, not about me. We got a special guest in the house. You should introduce him.
Yes, sir, man. Listen, guys, we got a special guest, as King just said, a New York Knicks podcaster, man. He found us, hit us up, and wanted to hop on the show with us and talk Mavs versus Knicks. Actually, it was perfect timing, man, because we just played the Mavs and the Knicks, so perfect timing, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man, to the people, man.
Yo, it's so good to be in this space. Mav fans, salute and respect. I'm the #1 Chief Rock at Knicks University, main man, Uncle Freezie, the creator of the YouTube channel Blorange Tears. I came across this joint right here. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like a pseudo family reunion, so to speak. I was like, these bros just like us. You know, so I had to reach out. Bro. I saw the show the other night, man. Y'all was dope. And I had to reach out, man, and show y'all some love, man, and spread the word and everything. So it's an honor to be here with you fellas.
Appreciate it, man. We definitely appreciate it. Listen, guys, if you guys just into into any type of NBA content, go ahead and follow him too, guys. He's down. I got his information down below, his YouTube and his Twitter down below, guys. So follow him on there. And listen, if you're into Mav content, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so whenever we drop new content, you'll be the first to know. And also, guys, something that's very simple for you guys to do. Doesn't cost you anything. It's very effortlessly. Hit that like button, guys, so that way we can build up the algorithm and find more Mad fans like yourself to join the Glow Yard Gang. All right, fellas, man, y'all ready to get into this, man?
Yes, sir.
Do it.
All right, King, you already know how we do this, man. Go ahead and tell them folks at home, man, what the score be.
Freezie gonna like this one. 121 to 100 for the good guys. Dallas moves to 11-11 on the season, and knocked the New York Knicks just a little bit down.
Okay. Go ahead and while you're talking, man, go ahead and tell folks, man, who the top performers were tonight, King.
Well, it wasn't street clothes, but Luka Doncic gave you 38, 7, 1, and 3, and Julius Randle gave you 24, 5, and 3.
Yeah, Julius Randle did his thing, definitely for sure in that first half, man.
Yeah.
King, I didn't even come prepared, man. Let me go ahead and get my stuff up here, man. My bad. Here we
Stats.
go. Let me go ahead and tell the folks at home what them stats be. So Dallas shot 43% from the field, 39% from 3, 11 for 14 for 78% from the free throw line. That's better. 45% from the field from the Knicks, 32% from 3, and 20 of 28 from the free throw line, 71%. Listen, guys, it was an early game. I know we saw a lot of people tweeting earlier that they didn't even know it was an early game. A lot of people were catching like in the fourth quarter and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't get to see what was going on from the Mavs in the first half. So, but with all that being said, all right, Freeze, man, go ahead and let us know what was your takeaway from the Knicks' perspective of the game.
So as a Knicks fan, we are struggling and underachieving.
Sound familiar?
Our role players. Now, tell me if this sounds familiar. Our role players are not playing up to what we expect, so we want them to play a few good games so that we can trade them. Right? Tell me if this sounds familiar.
Okay.
Right? Our young guys show glimpses and stretches. So tonight, or earlier today, against Dallas, we knew this was going to be a get-right game for either the Dallas Mavericks or the New York Knicks. We knew one team was going to use this as a springboard into something else. So as I watched Julius Randle come out cooking early, I thought this was maybe the game that Randle goes for 40. And then I saw R.J. Barrett and Jalen Brunson go away from Randle. And then the tables turned, and I saw the Mavs show a lot of fight in that first half, which I knew was coming. I just didn't know that the Mavs was going to show generally what teams do, teams in the Mavs position, like the Mavs, teams in the Western Conference, at that 500, what they do is they let the Knicks run way out in front, and then they reel us in, and then beat us in the fourth quarter. And so what the Mavs did is the Mavs like, man, we ain't even going to allow that to happen. We jumped out early. We had a 15-point lead. They reeled us back in, took the lead. We took a 7-point lead. They reeled us in again. And then we had a lead going into halftime, 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks fans felt great about that 7-point lead. But the Mavs have something the Knicks don't have, and that's a generational talent. The Mavs have a Luka. And, bro, if you have a Luka or a generational talent, you can beat anybody. And the Mavs use that to beat the Knicks today. Blew us out, beat the brakes off us in our house, in a matinee, on the weekend.
Well, that is true. It was like I said, as a Mavs fan, we're used to seeing the Mavs come out struggling in these early games like this. I didn't see them coming out with that type of energy like you just said in that second half. That just blew my mind. I was surprised on that. But King, go ahead, man. Let us know, man. What was your thoughts on the game, man?
I actually thought this is wild. This was the best game of the year so far by the Mavericks, actually. I know the Memphis game and all of that, but due to the circumstances of what's been going on, what just happened in Detroit, just the team in general, I felt like this was a comeback party, and guys needed to have it. The first guy I wanted to shout out actually was we called him Trash Can Juice on the show. I love to get Freeze's opinion on him as he was a former New York Knick, but Tim Hardaway Jr.
Jeez.
He was hot today. he was hot today. I mean, I'm not ready to completely jump back on the bandwagon. I tweeted a while back, or maybe 2 days ago or so, saying that we didn't need a great Tim Hardaway Jr. I just wanted the normal Tim Hardaway Jr. Right. I just wanted the roller coaster normal Tim Hardaway Jr. because he had been like horrible for a while. And I guess since Jason Kidd has talked to him, I think he said he had a conversation with him after, I forgot what game it was, when he basically put him back in the starting lineup. And from that point on, he's been dropping 20 bombs or close to it. So, like I said, it still was shaky the last game with the turnovers in the fourth quarter and all. But as far as shooting the ball right now, I just need him to be a flamethrower from three. Like, we need that guy. And right now he's banned it. So maybe he's back on maybe we're going to get an extreme ride, bro, is what I'm hoping. Like, maybe we got an extreme, valley. Maybe we'll get an extreme peak right now. Spencer Dinwiddie. I thought Spencer Dinwiddie played like fine. I thought he controlled the second unit again, as we talk about. And he almost had a triple double today.
Yep. He
was 1 rebound and 1 assist away from having a triple double today. I think he actually, for the first time, was this the first time in the year that Luka has been out assisted? I guess. Maybe.
It might be because
that's what I'm saying. I think this might be the first time that Luka has led the team in assists. Yeah. So
maybe Jalen Brunson might have led a few times last year.
Yeah, last year, but I mean this year.
Oh no, it's not happened this year. No,
that's what I'm saying. I think this is the first time it hasn't happened. So
yeah,
I thought he had an awesome game. Luka just became Luka. Like, especially they went on a 17-0 run, I think, in the third quarter between Luka and Tim Hardaway Jr. Like they
ran the same play over. The Mavs ran the same play 9 or 10 times, and we couldn't defend it. When we tried to trap it, Luka went to the basket for a layup. Yep. And when we sagged off, Hardaway hit us for a 3. That's something Jason Kidd drew up at halftime. We just didn't have a defense for it.
I was just about to say that. Oh, Jason Kidd, bro. These are games where I don't want to jump on the bandwagon of hating on Jason Kidd because I saw what Jason Kidd did last year. I know. You are trash. I told you 20 games. For some reason, J Kidd likes to run in 20-game samples. I don't know why it is. As you said, and we said on this show, that sounds ridiculous. You shouldn't need 20 games to see if folks can do things and all. But for some reason, J Kidd does that. Adjustments he made. I felt like in that second quarter, as far as the Mavericks came back, Maxi Kleber did his thing. The 3-and-D guys showed up too. Like it is what it is. Like we played defense today. It's nothing special. They held the Knicks to 100 points at the end of the day, and you had guys that were making buckets as far as Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr., Spencer Dinwiddie, and even role players like Maxi Kleber, Josh Green, and guys like that. Reggie Bullock gave you 10 today. Like Reggie Bullock's been the worst player in the NBA so far this year. So for him to give you 10 points, that's a big thing. And I felt like you said, the Knicks went away from Julius Randle. Julius Randle was like he gives the Mavericks work all the time. Like this was a big game just in general because it was the Knicks. You guys, ever since that street closed trade that we got, it's a Tim Hardaway trade now we call it, I guess. But ever since that trade, you guys have been handling us. I went to Madison Square Garden and watched the first game. KP, I said his name, but returned back to Madison Square Garden.
Sorry for his language.
You guys ended up beating us there as well. So for this game, we needed a win against you guys. It was awesome to finally see a victory. I'm sorry it came at your expense, but I just think you guys, to touch on you, maybe get your opinion. How do you guys feel about Julius Randle? Like, are you guys still on the board of he's young enough and he can beat somebody on the team? Or you're at the point of saying just he's one of the guys as well where you want him to just showcase himself so you can trade him for somebody else and let your younger guys run it?
Well, so first of all, respect to the Mavs, right? So for those that don't know, there is a lot of back and forth between the Mavs. Like we'll sign a free agent from there, a guy from here will sign there, we'll do a trade. So there's been a lot of communication between the front offices, agents, and players, right?
All the way back to Derek Harper,
all the way,
and Rondo Blackman,
all the way back. Oh God, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's like a. Yeah,
Herb Williams too. I forgot about him too.
Herb Williams. And if you ever heard the story about the lion with the splinter in his paw that was growling real loud, raw, because he had the splinter in his paw. That's what I think about with Rolando Blackman washed up behind and Derek Harper fat rump coming to the in the mid-90s, bro.
I really, real quick.
Man,
I hate the Mavs for that, but at the same time, at least the Mavs have never beat us in the finals like other Texas teams, right? All right. So to your question about Randle, I'm gonna speak for. I'm not gonna give you my personal opinion. My personal stance is wait and see.
Okay.
But speaking for the Knicks fan base and the Blorange Tears family that frequents the channel, they hate Randle, and they want to get him out of here, bro. Every day. So I get super chats, right? So, you super chatty. Thank you for your super chats. Is like, man, trade Randle for a bucket of baked beans.
Wow.
You don't even need the honey on them.
Wow.
Just get the baked beans, bro.
Without the seasoning and everything.
Just no seasoning on that. Just give us the Knicks hate Randle. The fan base hates Randle, and it's not because Randle is a bad player. It's because he is the tease. You know what I'm saying? Like how Tim Hardaway Jr. will frustrate y'all.
Yep.
Like he frustrated us. Randle is the borderline all-star that will play great against Giannis, right? Mm-hmm. And then play another team with a lesser power forward and play down to that competition, right? And it's frustrating. It frustrates. Like he'll play against Memphis, and Memphis will have nobody that can guard him, and he'll shoot 7 for 27 and with 4 rebounds, but play Giannis and score 37 points. Right. And as a matter of fact, Knicks fans are asking me constantly, like, why won't we trade Randle to the Mavs? Right. The Mavs need a secondary scorer. My thing with watching you guys over the year is I don't believe you guys need a 4. I think you guys need a third ball handler, tertiary ball handler to be on the floor like Jalen Brunson was with Dinwiddie. So you can go Dinwiddie and that guy, or Luka and that guy, or Luka and Dinwiddie. So you can always have two ball handlers on the floor and that 5-out offense that Jason Kidd wants to run. Right. So if you ask me, I'm wait and see on Randle. I like Randle. Right. I like Randle. I'm more wait and see. Knicks fans though, we would do Randle for Josh Green right now.
Wow.
Listen,
I don't think we do it.
I know y'all won't.
I told you before we started, man. I was in the spaces today. I was in the Knicks spaces today, and that was probably the most interesting spaces I've ever been in my life.
Bro, we
Hey,
are
shout out to
ratchet.
State, man. I follow. I don't know if you know diehard Knicks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Eru, yeah, that's my man.
Eru. I follow him and State, and State was in there today. Man, it was one of those spaces where you could just sit there for hours and just listen to these guys talk, man. Cause like you can hear the passion from y'all's fan base. Y'all got a very passionate fan base, man. I definitely got to
and
admit
State
that,
is
man.
on my show often. State on the night show because we do a morning show and a night show.
Yeah,
Right?
State
And
used to do his
is
shows at night. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know he worked during during the night. Sometimes he works at night. He's doing a show.
and those two
at
do
work.
shows together. Eru and State got a show together.
That's how I found out about State because him and Hero do it.
Right.
But yeah, I was just like, man, listen, listening to y'all kind of made me sit there and say, I think I tweeted on our show page, King. I said, man, look, listening to them kind of make me start laughing at what we said. It's like we complaining, but I'm listening to how they talking. It's like, whoa, should we be complaining right now? The way the Knicks saying they feel like they with their team right now. Listen, man, this game could have went, like you said, could have went either way. The way you felt about this team today is the same way we felt. If you go on Mavs Twitter, everybody thought we was gonna lose. Everybody thought Jalen Brunson was gonna drop like 40 on us. Julius Randle's gonna have career high 55 points or something. He's gonna drop a double nickel like Jordan. All that, man. So we were fortunate to get the win tonight. It was a battle of the two teams struggling, trying to find their identity, trying to get footing and all that stuff. But we seen it come out on top. Luckily for us, like I said, Tim Hardaway caught fire. There's a lot of people right now, King. I don't know if you was on Twitter today. There's a lot of people on Twitter, man, talking about, oh, we gotta apologize to Tim Hardaway and this and that and this. And it's like, so we just completely forget.
He's not shooting 40%.
They forget that this is the most up and down player in the history of basketball. Who was the one player we all compared him to?
Oh, we know.
Smith.
What?
There you go. Like the most inconsistent.
Fans,
y'all know.
They've had both of them.
Y'all. Matter of fact, the trade that King was just talking about, y'all threw him in that trade. It wasn't like, oh, we wanted him and Porzingis. You were like, look, we give you Porzingis, but you got to take Tim Hardaway too. That's how the trade went down, and so people don't remember that. And so the fact that people making it seem like, oh, he's hot right now, and it's like, oh, y'all owe him an apology. Now Tim Hardaway will go like 3 or 4 games in a row not hitting anything, and then we're gonna be right back to square one. And so it's cool he's hitting his shots right now. Hit his shots right now, so your stock can go up, and we can get rid of you. It's that simple. But in this game tonight, King, I don't know if you noticed it, man, because I saw some people tweeting this. Lucas was a little lackadaisical in the first half.
Yeah.
And he's going back to now. I know. I think I tweeted this too. He's averaging 46.5% on threes in the last 5 games. Like his threes are starting to go up. We get that. Remember the last game? We was like, oh, not last game, but I forgot what game it was. He shot like 14 threes. Was that last game?
It was last game, Detroit.
Okay. So he shot 14 threes. We was like, man, why you shoot so many threes? But he made 7 of them. So I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, that's cool, but he just tone it back on the threes. Just go back to shooting 6. Hit you about 3 or 4 threes in the game. Take 6 of them or whatever, you good. Because it was a couple times I kind of got mad at him too. I think it was one play where he got the steal and was going up, and then somebody came up behind. Now I'm mad at the team for not saying behind you or something, but I think it was who was it? I can't remember who it was. Came up behind, knocked the ball. They got it, threw it back down court. I think it was him. And he completely just stopped and was just like, he stopped in the middle of the play. Didn't even try to hustle back on defense.
Complained.
I'm just like, come on, Luka, man. And so with the way you talk about Julius Randle and him not getting up for certain games, we kind of had that same thing here sometimes with Luka. It's like you play the Boston Celtics, you play Tatum, you playing Ja, you playing Trey, you playing, Giannis, whoever. It's like he'll get up for those games and he'll dominate, right? But in games like this, he kind of starts being lackadaisical a little bit and just trying to get folks involved. But then those guys aren't hitting. I mean, it's like, okay, I'm seeing you not hitting your shots. Let me go ahead and take the game over. Sometimes he'll still just kind of go through those motions. It's just like, come on, Luka, man. Like when we had Dirk took advantage of games like this. It's like I'm playing a lesser opponent. Let me take advantage of that. That's when you get your stats up and all that stuff against those guys. And then if you do have a hang up on the game against like Milwaukee or something, it's not going to affect you as much. You know what I'm saying? But Luka doesn't do that.
He don't have bad games against the good teams.
Yeah, he don't have bad games against good team, which is crazy.
Right.
But but Teddy, his bad game. When I say bad game, I mean his bad game because he don't really. The dude ain't scored less than 20 points all year.
Yeah, because he's got a baseline. He's because he's a megastar. He's got a
Yeah.
baseline that he's going to get regardless of the opponent.
Yeah,
Because he had a 27 and 15 game, one game, and that was a bad game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
for his standards, you know what I'm saying? When we say bad, Luka bad game, his standards are bad. Because 27 and 15 for anybody else, you be thinking like, yo, sign that dude to an extension right now.
Yeah.
But for him, it's like, nah, look, we got to do better than that. Like you said, King, everybody showed up today, man. I got to give them their props. So you already touched on all of them. Let me touch on this one part, man. Can we talk about Jaden Hardy?
Yeah.
Listen, man. My bad, Freeze, man. It's a math thing.
I understand. I know who he is.
Listen, I know he didn't go out there and put monster numbers up, but just to see him in that small little sample size, I'm encouraged, King.
He finished with his
I'm
left.
encouraged.
I'm done.
Man.
I'm done.
And you can see he missed 2 of the catch and shoot 3, but it's there. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've seen it enough. Like in the G League, he shoot like 42, 43% or whatever on threes. And then the 1 3 he did hit, he kind of hit it with a hezzy and pulled up. Like I'm sold. I'm sold. Now I don't know how it's gonna be with him getting his minutes. Maybe they're gonna do it like this to where they're sprinkling him in on on the blowout games or whatever. Either way, but I don't know. What you think about the?
I think Mavericks got to win. We got to start winning, so we can get them in money time when it doesn't matter. They want to throw them in the garbage time, I think, just to get them some more burn or whatever like that. But I'm encouraged, like you said as well. He finished with the left hand. There's
Nice,
1,
too.
2, 3. There's only 3 guys on our team that can finish with their left hand, other than him. I don't even know if Josh Green can finish with his left right now.
At least you guys have young players that are encouraging, though. See, I saw Jay when I saw Hardy, I was like, wow, is that who I think it is? And it was. And so I have this saying, walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. And I saw him walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, right? A lot of rookies and a lot of project players can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, basically. You can't ask them to do multiple things and have them function in that space and be be able to think the game and use their athletic ability at the same time. Right. So I'm as an NBA fan, I'm encouraged by Josh Green. And I'm encouraged by Hardy. I think they're gonna come along.
Oh, they're the future of our team. Yeah. They're those 2 guys alongside Luka Doncic are definitely the future. I was just thinking right now as far as Josh Green ability. But Josh is my guy, for sure. Jaden I can already see with the left hand, he can catch and shoot. He has it all, right? It's about basically getting them involved ahead of the other guys, the seniority, I feel like. Right. And he got to pay his dues like everybody else. We're Maverick fans, so we're sitting here like it's about time release him and all. But this is how it goes with all the rookies and all. So he'll get his time. He has time now. He's officially has his points at the Garden. Another thing I wanted to throw out. This is Luka's probably first moment at the Garden. I feel like every other game, I think he usually has like just pedestrian numbers or something like that. Like I feel like this is his first victory in like 30 points or whatever like that. Yeah. Right. So this was his moment. He didn't get the half court shot or anything like that. Like he was showing off a little bit that he was at the Garden. I felt like, but to go back to something Freezie said earlier, you said about another guy we need to be like a third ball handler. The perfect guy I think the Mavs feel like would fit that role, and it's because he can handle the ball and play, help Luke out at the same time. Jaylen Brown. The Mavericks fans would love to have Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics on his team because he can do a little bit of ball handling and things like that, but also play that defender role like a Dorian Finney-Smith and all on the perimeter for Luka Doncic to kind of back him up for slacking or whatever like that. We feel like we look at him, that guy, Paul George, those kind of wing guy, Kawhi Leonard, if it could have been possible when he was healthy, but that type of guy, a Scottie Pippen. That's what we think Luka Doncic needs. So,
King, if I may, our fear is that a team like the Mavericks is going to end up with a SGA, and you pull off like a SGA type deal. Just put together a whole bunch of these young kids and draft picks.
And his defense been stepping up too. You
Yeah,
know that this year.
Oh,
His defense got
absolutely.
better.
then,
Yeah.
right, and then you have you would have Dinwiddie off the bench,
Mm-hmm.
SGA and Luka in your backcourt. Sprinkling a fourth ball handler, maybe a Mike Conley, maybe if Kemba's need. The Kemba signing, y'all, I think was desperate. I think that was a desperate signing.
It is.
The dude is already out day to day, and he's been out all season. How are you out all season, and then you're out day to day already upon signing with a new team? So that's what frustrated us last year. He was gone, good riddance. He ruined our season last year. What I would say to the Mavs is be careful with this guy because so he smiles when the camera is on, but a lot of stuff, the rumor was a lot of stuff happened in the locker room last year with us.
Mm-hmm.
And so and feel like he was maybe a part of that. We're not privy to locker room conversations. But usually where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So based on what you said about Jaylen Brown, I think every team in the NBA would love to have Jaylen Brown, man.
Yeah, you're right.
or that type of player. You know what I'm saying? With our luck, he would go to Dallas and stop in New York at the airport to let everybody know he's going to Dallas. That's how things happen for us.
Hey,
Man.
not Dallas. If it was anybody other than Dallas, I'd say okay, yeah, but we got tough luck as well.
And right now, well, not right now. I think at the beginning of the season, when SGA's name was starting to get floated out there as the next guy folks looking at, they kind of threw y'all name out there as one of those teams that was looking at SGA.
Right.
Especially when y'all didn't get Donovan Mitchell. Y'all's name was being floated out there as one of them teams that SGA could go to. No, I agree with you though, man. We had a little vent session on our last show, and I brought up the fact that I put some blame on the front office, just like I've been hearing y'all fan base putting blame on the front office, which like I said,
our
is
front
funny.
office gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like you said, it's the Kemba thing. When King sent me that, at first I had to kind of read it again and make sure I was reading that right. It's like, so wait a minute, you telling me this guy's hurt? You said, Kemba Walker, that you were fine.
Right.
The first time Nico said, he's good, he's feeling good and all that stuff in an interview. Kemba said it multiple times in interviews. And then the next thing I know, King has hit me with they said Kemba's knee is shot or whatever. And it's like,
right.
You've been out for almost a year. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
So
right.
it goes back to the fact that, like I said, the front office mismanaged this whole entire offseason. Like you just said, as a guy from the outside looking in, you just said, hey, y'all need a third ball handler. You don't even watch the Mavericks and you know that. You know what I mean? And so it's just the crazy part that everybody else knows this, but the front office, the people who put the team together. Because they sold us a dream and kept saying that, we still got Frank. We got, who else they said we got? Because it was Nico and Mark Cuban both said, y'all got Frank as a ball handler. Josh.
Dodo.
They said they're going to get Dodo some ball handling responsibilities. He can't dribble. You know what I mean? It's just like, y'all, you knew we needed that, bro. And y'all just kind of glanced over it like, everybody and their mama knew Jalen Brunson was going to leave, right?
Right.
Why didn't you position yourself or try to make a move to get another guy in here, man? But then you wait till the last hour, bro, to go get Facu Campazzo. It's like,
you listen to the national media though, bro. They say Luka don't trust his teammates enough.
Bro, I got into it with a Phoenix fan today. They starting to get on my nerves, but got into it with a Phoenix fan today, man, and he brought that up or whatever, and I'm just like, there's only like 2 guys on our team that can dribble, right? Not even being funny. There's only 2 guys on our team that can dribble. That's Luka and Spencer. That's it.
Right.
This is why you constantly hearing our names in rumors like, Dallas trying to get a third ball handler. Dallas trying to get a third ball handler. Dallas trying to get a third ball handler. Why is that? Because you got literally 2 guys on this team that can dribble. You don't hear that about nobody else's team. Like, the Knicks trying to get a ball handler. Hey, Boston trying to get a ball handler. Hey, Miami trying to get a ball handler. It's only Dallas. Why? Because we got too many people on this team that cannot dribble the ball, which is sad as hell.
Did you see my response to your tweet? I jumped in and responded as well. I told him that Luka
I did see it.
I said he would have took the team to the playoffs. He said would Luka taking these bums to the playoffs. I said, yeah, he would have. Right. It was what was it? Eric Bledsoe was on the team. Barbosa, Tyson Chandler. It was a few guys on there that could dribble and just make moves and do so. Luka would have taken.
And you saw what I asked him. I said, bro, how many guys on that picture were first, either second round picks or non-drafted players?
Yeah.
Right.
This is what he playing with right now, bro.
Luka,
your top 3 players under Luka are either second rounds or undrafted. Christian Wood is undrafted. Spencer's a second round. Tim Hardaway is a second round. Those are your top 4 players, right? Those guys are all, either second round picks or undrafted. That's what he's playing with right now.
Bro, just ask Freezie. Let's just ask him. Devin Booker and Luka Doncic, are they same level, different levels? How you feel?
No. Luka, listen, man. Luka is top 3. Let's cut. As an NBA fan and as somebody that follows, I got league pass. So nights the Knicks don't play, I watch everybody.
Thank
right?
you.
It's a different.
Hold on, Freezie. You heard what he just said? You heard the key word?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. Go ahead, Freezie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. It's a different world
yes.
out here now. It's not like regional like it was back in the day where you had to either take somebody's advice or watch ESPN clips. You can legit follow multiple teams. Now, I'm not saying I'm a fan of the Mavericks, right? I'm a Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan since 1974, right? I was a baby.
You saw when he won that championship in, what was it, 78?
No, I was a baby. I was an on baby. I was an on baby, bro. I was alive, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the thing is, in y'all position, and see, I envy y'all's position because y'all are in a position where y'all have a top 3 NBA player and a very, very, very serviceable starter in Spencer Dinwiddie, where all you have to do is get a pick of the litter on a third ball handler. Like you can offer Utah like a second round pick for Clarkson or Conley or something, right? In our situation, we have multiple ball handlers, but no scoring. Mm-hmm. Right? We had because Derrick Rose is and a great ball handler, a great guy off the bench. Emmanuel Quickly is probably the same as Derrick Rose right now, right? So we have the ball handlers, right? We just don't have wing players that can score. Like when you ask us, like, who's our best scoring wing, I'd have to say R.J. Barrett. But then when I tell you R.J. Barrett's numbers, 40% from the floor, 34% from 3.
They talked about that in Spaces, by the way.
Right, that's not impressing anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So or striking fear in anyone also. Mm-hmm. But as a Mavs, as somebody who watches the Mavs, I think the Mavs are pieces away, not foundational pieces. Right, like y'all don't need to draft anybody. I don't think. Well, I mean, this year we have y'all draft pick anyway. Unless y'all finish in the top 10 in the lottery. And then if it finishes between 11 and 30, we have it. If it finishes top 10, y'all have it. Right.
I want to give it to you. I want to
but y'all ain't finishing, and y'all not finishing in the top 10 because y'all have Luka. Right? But y'all can go out and just go get a guy. Y'all can pluck a guy off of somebody's bench and sure up y'all deficiencies, especially for the playoff run. But the Knicks, see, we have foundational cracks and foundational errors. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, if y'all came to us about Derrick Rose would reinforce y'all and help y'all make a serious playoff push against those teams that are kind of in that pile up right now where y'all are around 500 in the Western Conference. Like, Derrick Rose might be the guy that helps y'all against a Golden State or a Utah right now, right? See, but for us, Derrick Rose don't help us at all. Right? He don't help us at all. And Quickly either.
He has to overachieve. Derrick Rose has to overachieve to help you.
Right. And so when Derrick Rose looks on the floor with that second unit to pass the ball to a scorer, he has to take a deep breath and like, well, I am the scorer.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question, man, because I thought Quickly was like y'all's like future guy.
I did too at first.
Right. Like what happened with that?
So a lot of things are going wrong, right? So Quickly, in essence, is our second unit point guard because he wants to be that, not because Tibbs makes him be that, right? Okay. But the thing is when you have a very, very young team, you struggle with inexperience, and that's what Quickly is, right? Because like I mentioned before, like how there are no scorers, like Cam Reddish is on the second unit with us, but Cam Reddish is not a 15, 18 point per game scorer. Neither is
thought he was gonna
Hartenstein.
be.
Neither is Obi Toppin, right? And so when Quickly's on the floor, defenses focus on Quickly. Say for instance, if Quickly played with Luka, he'd be like a Tyrese Maxey type player.
I knew you was gonna say that.
opinion.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. If Dallas had Quickly, if Quickly could get wide open threes on a nightly basis, he'd be the piece that helped you. I could see Quickly and Josh Green on y'all second unit being like the dynamite that the Mavs have been looking for, right? But the unfortunate thing with us is, see, we don't have a Josh Green. I watched Josh Green the other night hit like 9 straight shots against somebody. I think it was the Jazz, maybe the Jazz or the Warriors. Somebody, Josh Green hit like Josh Green.
I think it was the Warriors.
He hit like against the wing, and you know the Warriors have wing defenders. Yep. Let's not act like it was lucky. You know what I'm saying? They roll out Draymond Green, Clay, Wiggins. They have defenders, right? So it wasn't like, he played against Oklahoma City, who don't play defense, right? I saw Josh Green. I was like, you know what? If Green had a compliment on that second unit with him, like Quickly, there's no telling. Now, I'm not trying to sell Emmanuel Quickly to y'all. What I'm saying is you could.
I'm about to get on the phone with Mark Cuban right now. Hey man,
they're like, hurry up!
You hear this, man?
Right. And so what I'm getting at, like with my man with Quickly is, or with that second unit, like there are a few of us that feel like Quickly can become a Tyrese Maxey, CJ McCollum level player, given the right environment. Right now, with a coach with the outdated style, with the front office that used to be,
I was going to ask you that.
They used to be agents, so their basketball knowledge, is in question.
Let me ask you 2 questions, man. First one, so you talked about the whole Josh Green thing. So during the broadcast today on the Mavs broadcast, they were talking about Quentin Grimes. They were comparing him to Josh Green, like he's like a Josh Green-esque type player. Is that true? Do you see him being a Josh Green type player?
No, I think Josh Green is bigger and more athletic.
Okay.
Quickly. And what I mean by athleticism, is
he in the same mode as is he the same mode as like a Quentin Grimes? Because they were comparing him to Quentin Grimes.
Said Quentin Grimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Quentin Grimes is less athletic. Quentin Grimes doesn't look to score. Quentin Grimes is a good basketball player. They might look alike. 2 6'4", 6'5", brothers, they light skinned. So that's that they look like. That's it.
Right.
In terms of game, one guy looks like I think Josh Green will push a nun down if she got in the way. I think Josh Green for a win. Think Josh Green will push an old lady down. Right.
Speak it again. Woo, what you say?
But with Grimes,
hey, Glow, y'all hear this? This is a Knicks fan saying this. This is from a guy outside looking in saying this, y'all.
Right. But Grimes, I don't think that today, when you look at Luka's slow start, I never thought it was Luka starting off slow. I think it was Grimes smothering him. That's what I saw. Right? Because I know Luka gets a lot of those rub screens where guys get rubbed off and are out of the play. See, Grimes maneuvered those screens, you know what I'm saying, and was back with Luka and gave Luka problems. I think where Grimes had issue is when Jason Kidd sent Luka towards the post to back Grimes down. See, Grimes is only 6'5", like 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So having to defend that and the thought of defending, maybe he's going to post me up, it slowed him down from navigating the screens, and then Luka got his stuff off. Now, am I saying that Grimes is the Luka stopper?
No, I knew what you're saying.
No. Man, Luka will score. If he made Luka mad, Luka score 45 on him. But what I'm saying is initially...
You've seen it.
Yeah.
He forced Luka to make adjustments.
He forced Luka. And I think that was a good job by Tom Thibodeau, because if we'd have started R.J. Barrett off on Luka, then I think Luka would have just scored 50 out the gate.
Which I'm surprised he didn't, because I know the last few times we played y'all had R.J. Barrett on. I started R.J. Barrett on Luka.
Right.
So you brought a name up I got to ask you about, man, because like I said, I was in y'all spaces today, and it was not pretty. There was a lot of R.J. Barrett's name being thrown around, Cam Reddish name being thrown around, and your coach. I gotta get your opinion on this, man, because me and King have talked about this before. We feel like he should be gone. We feel like he's really like the problem. What's going on? It's not that y'all not a super talented team, but you're not a bad talented team. You know what I mean? Like we feel like some coaching in certain areas can help this team improve a little bit. Not saying it's championship or anything, but they can improve a little bit more with certain ways of coaching. What is your opinion on the whole Tibbs thing, man? Like, do you like Tibbs? Do you need to go? Or what do you think?
So again, I'm in wait and see mode with this whole year, with everybody, front office, coaching staff, personnel. I'm in wait and see because I don't know what we are just yet,
Damn.
right? Because the team is so young. But Tom Thibodeau will remind you of Rick Carlisle like 4 years ago. Like Rick Carlisle, what are you doing?
Jesus. Hold on.
So,
I gotta say this. Hold on. Shots. Go ahead, man. Jesus Christ. I ain't know you're gonna shoot like that. Go ahead, man.
And I'm not saying this because I'm here with you guys and y'all do the Mavs channel. Man, y'all do a great job. I've watched like one time and was hooked. Right? What I'm saying is something independent and different. I'm saying these old school coaches get stuck in a certain mindset that when the game evolves into something different, they see it as a fad and not what's happening in the moment.
Evolution.
Right?
Like Rick
Carlisle, let these boys shoot the three. What are you doing? Let them boys shoot the three, Rick Carlisle. And it's the thing with Tibbs, like y'all beat us today, right? I think y'all took 100 shots, and I think we took 77 shots. Right? Just off that alone means we'd have had to shoot some egregious field goal percentage and just in order to keep up.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And so we were on pace for like 68 shots. We only started speeding up when we knew we were running out of time before we could win. And there's something to that.
Coach.
There's something to that. I know Luka Doncic is not a great defender. Why not attack Luka? Why not attack Dinwiddie? Why not attack Hardaway? No, we want to do read and react. Let the game tell you what shot to take. No, you know Luka's not a good defender. You know you can attack. I'm not saying ISO Luka, but at least get him in some actions where he has to expend energy on defense. That way, he won't have as much energy on offense. And the same thing for Hardaway. But we didn't do that. You know what we did? We sat R.J. Barrett in the third quarter, and I don't think he ever came back in the game. You didn't see much of Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish against Tim Hardaway. You didn't see that. No. And so it's this old school mentality of basically he handcuffs the team. But at the same time, as a Knicks fan, we've been a loser for so long. Since 2000, we've only made the playoffs, I think, 5 times in 22 years. So we have to establish a culture of defense and winning. So I understand why you go down this road. That's why I'm patient with saying, hey, let's wait till the end of the year, right? But at the end of the year, wholesale changes have to be made. You can't have another year like this one.
Sound familiar? Familiar. We go through that. We going through that same thing. You know, we have the exact same core for the last like 5 years,
right?
And we always talk about the fact like we got guys like a Powell or a Maxey, you know, a Reggie Bullock, you know what I'm saying, like who was I missing? Frank or somebody like that. You know, we got these guys playing these major minutes.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, Tim.
Right.
You know, we got these guys playing like these major roles, these major minutes that they wouldn't normally play on another team. You know what I mean? Or should I say on a good team? They wouldn't play on a good team. They'd be like one of those guys toward the back of the bench. You know what I mean? So we're in the position where we want to accumulate more talent. You know what I'm saying? Like that way you take some lesser pressure off of Luka, and it shapes your offense to be a lot more potent. You know what I mean? Like it's not like Luka centric. Like you already know what's going to go down because it's going to be Luka and that's it. It's Luka break the defense down, fine guys. Like start having more talented players on his team, more guys that are able to dribble the ball, so that way, if a play does break down, I'm not holding the ball looking for Luka to bail me out. I can go score this bucket real quick, man, before the shot clock goes out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we don't have enough of that on our team.
That tertiary ball handler is missing from y'all. See, if Derrick Rose is on the floor with Luka can take trips up and down the floor without expending energy.
Yeah.
But it's not even just that. Like I said, if Maxey could dribble the ball. Not saying you going out there ball handling and setting somebody up, but like I said, we had a play in the Detroit game where you're throwing the ball to him in the middle, and the first thought is, oh my God, I got to get rid of it.
And nobody's playing them at the free throw line.
Nobody's playing them. You know what I mean? They're playing off of him at the free throw line. Like, think about it.
Turn and take a dribble.
Thank you. I'm playing off of you at the free throw line, not the 3-point line, not the half court line, the free throw line. That's one dribble in.
One dribble.
He can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, we only have, Spencer Dinwiddie, Luka, and then Christian Wood that can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have enough players on this team to where it makes the offense unpredictable. You know what I mean? And then
we basically wish we were any other bad team right now with Luka Doncic on them. Like, I'm counting any other
because they have more talent and more people that can dribble the ball, man.
Right. I talked to one of my best friend, actually. He's a Knicks fan as well. He was talking to me about like Julius Randle and not liking him, and that he's not a fan of Tom Thibodeau, and that he's holding him back and all, and that he thinks that you guys should be playing a different way. Like, you got Jalen Brunson, and he feels like he's a point guard. Like, you guys have a point guard now. He says he feels like, but he says you guys don't have the rest of the foundation around it. Like, Randle shouldn't be playing his role. Like, he's maybe accepting a role, wants to be a role he maybe shouldn't be. And that's how he feels about the team as far as, like, guys are not in the right role. And RJ Barrett isn't becoming the guy that he thought he wanted RJ Barrett to become. So it's kind of messing up everybody's position. So I don't know if that's how you feel as well, as far as, like, Randle really isn't a one. I think most people see that he isn't really a one on a championship level team. So maybe he should be like a 3, maybe, or something like that, or a 2.
Maybe a 3.
But
well, if I may just real quick on that point, right? So last year, that was the prevailing argument. Man, RJ Barrett is inefficient. Julius Randle's not a number one option. Man, we need to go get a point guard. So in the offseason, the Knicks go get a point guard, right? So we go from a team that takes 86 shots a game, right, last year, right, to a team this year that's taking shots in the high 90s. I mean, aside from this game here, but for the most part, we take about 97, 98, 99 shots a game.
Okay.
The tempo has changed. And Knicks fans are like, yeah, I'm using the same argument that I used last year.
I got you.
And so what it tells me is that they don't care what position Randle plays. They just don't like Randle. Gotcha. And they don't care about Tom Thibodeau's adjustments. They just don't like Tibbs.
Why don't they like Randle though?
It's simple.
He's not a bad player. Like, if you feel like he shouldn't be okay, and maybe that might have to do with a lot of him not truly being a number one. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's not really enough to me. I mean, I don't see him being a number one. I think, like King said, maybe a number 3.
I thought he overachieved that year, which should have been given a blessing. The year like he went All NBA, wasn't he third team? Yeah, that year, whatever.
And he went to the All-Star game that year.
Second team.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Put respect on him.
Second team, respect on his name, All NBA. I felt like that year was an overachieving year, because didn't you guys question giving him the contract? Wasn't it like, should we even go with this contract kind of thing, even if you got the second team?
So it's complicated, right? It's complicated. Do you give him the contract extension knowing he's the best player on your roster and the best player going forward? And do you give him the contract because you drafted Obi Toppin at 8?
Yeah.
Right? And so here's the thing. It's not Julius Randle's fault. For one, the Knicks promised us Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Basically, they promised us a pair of Air Jordans for
and
Christmas.
Zion.
Yeah. So they promised us a pair of Air Jordans for Christmas, and we opened the box, and it's a pair of green and white Air Gordons
Oh man.
Were they still sneakers, right? I
Yeah,
mean, what?
they look
Nah, he
fresh.
not doing the jump. He
Hold
not doing
up.
the jump man sign. He doing the pump fake.
No, they
Yeah,
was cool. They was
that's
cool.
exactly the pump fake is exactly what it
They cool with the jeans over them. That's how Julius Randle was. They cool when you got jeans over them. You can't see the
Nobody
symbol.
can tell. Nobody can tell when you in traffic. When you walking in the
Yeah.
crowd, can't nobody tell. But that's what it was. We thought we were going to get a combination of KD and Kyrie and maybe Jimmy Butler. And we walked away with Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, Taj Gibson, Alfred Payton, Reggie Bullock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All these guys. And so a lot of Knicks fans are still sour about that. And well, they should be. Because the thing I've learned about watching basketball 1,000 years is you never count your chickens before they hatch. And right, you never make promises you can't keep to your fan base.
We learned that here too.
Right. And so that, along with the fact that Julius Randle is an introvert. See, our stars normally, for instance, in Texas, guys can get away with being introverts as stars. Guys that don't see a Dirk, a Tim Duncan, you know what I'm saying? They can get away with being stars. Even Elijah Wan. They can get away with that in Texas. And I'm not saying it's the big city because Dallas, man, listen, the Dallas-Fort Worth area is huge. For everybody that don't know. Bro, and they always do. Yo, why y'all always doing construction in Fort Worth?
Man, listen, I just had that talk, man. Who was I talking to? Who was I talking to about that, man? I think my wife. We were talking about that. It's crazy, bro. But yeah,
bro, I was going to the airport one time, bro. I was going to the airport. It was bumper to bumper for like an hour and a half.
24/7, 7 days a week. We have traffic. Welcome to Dallas.
Oh my goodness. But you know, to get back to your point. So you promise us KD and Kyrie, right? You promise us maybe a third star and maybe Jimmy Butler or someone else, right? None of those guys come. We wind up getting Marcus Morris, Julius Randle, Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson, Alfred Payton. So it's like you promise us Air Jordans, right? And we get Air Gordons, right? And so that, along with Julius Randle not being endearing to the fans, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know how it is. Shaking hands, kissing babies, all of that stuff. And Julius Randle gave a thumbs down, right, to somebody who was talking about his family in a bad way, right? Somebody was talking bad about it. And now with me, somebody talking bad about my family, like threatening stuff, I'm not giving you a thumbs down. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna do, but we all take things different ways, right? We all take beef different ways. Julius Randle gives a season ticket holder a thumbs down. The media sees the thumbs down and plasters it all over the place as if Julius Randle gave a thumbs down to New York City.
I remember that,
right. Yeah. So it's that, and then the fact that teams in our division always go to the NBA Finals, whether it's Toronto, whether it's Boston, whether it's Toronto, Boston, who else? Not Brooklyn, not Philly, but the teams in our division are really, really good. The teams in our division specifically are really, really good. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the combination of a lot of things. I don't think it's Randle per se. I think it's whatever good player was here and losing with this team, they'd have been all over him. And so Randle is the scapegoat, and he's just got to deal with it.
Well, let me jump on that rail, Unc, since you talked about that. With you guys being promised like a KD and Kyrie, obviously you guys are a big market, and things go down where they expect you guys to get major talent because you seem to always have money as far as cap space and things like that, and you're a major market. It seems like now, though, you guys are being seen more as a laughing stock for guys not going to you. What do you think is the step that has to be taken? Is it the front office again? Because you guys already changed the front office.
Like 3 times, ain't it?
Yeah. Was it just drafting now? You got to go with the draft because guys now are trying to do the opposite of coming to the Knicks.
Well, I think, and I'm sorry, they just started shooting fireworks over here, bro. This is the most random thing. Like I hadn't heard fireworks in my neighborhood since the summertime, but then I get on with y'all, and then they shoot
I'm in
fireworks over here.
I'm in Baltimore, so luckily you don't hear anything other than
Yeah,
fireworks.
you sure that's not just you? You sure that's fireworks you hear?
You know what I'm saying?
You like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Glen Burnie. Shout out to my people in Glen Burnie.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing with what you mentioned is I think it's a cyclical thing, right? Think about this. 2 days ago or last night, Jacob deGrom left the Mets and signed with the Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers, yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And Aaron Judge has not re-signed with the Yankees yet. He may leave also, right? And if Aaron Judge leaves, point out a transcendent sports star in New York.
Y'all got Juan Carlos still?
right.
Disrespectful, man. Y'all wrong.
Right. No. I'm saying so.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, right. But think about it. There is no LeBron here, right? There's no LeBron here.
Aaron Judge, that was y'all LeBron.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
And think the thing with KD and Kyrie, the luster is gone from them because of all the drama. We don't look at Kevin Durant as a star anymore. We think KD is on the downside of his career. KD looks rusty to us. Yeah. KD looks like that guy that used to be somebody back in like how your uncles used to say, man, I used to have the baddest chicks. I used to drive the fastest car. Man, 1978, man, that's what Kevin Durant looks like to us right now.
Wow.
Right? KD. So cats are not really trying. I think it's a cyclical New York thing. Like nobody's trying to be here. Right? So the thing about the Knicks not getting anybody, I think it has to do with us, our franchise sucking, but I also think it has something to do with the city not popping like that now. Like even rap, not even a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that goes.
Right. It'll come back around though.
Yeah.
East Coast rap always come back around.
Yeah, I think y'all heading in the right direction though, man. Like you got Jalen Brunson. That's a good piece.
That's a big piece.
Y'all were on y'all way to getting Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
I don't remember what happened with that and how that fell apart, but
why not just play your young guys though, bro? That's what so if you guys
because he just said it's Tatum's got that old mentality. Remember, just like Rick Carlisle.
Yeah,
Rick Carlisle didn't want to play them young guys. You know what I'm saying? Remember when we had Dennis Smith and he was pulling them out every time he accidentally caught a sneeze on the court.
What point, Freezie, do you feel like you guys are like, I guess, for enough under 500, like where you're gonna feel like, well, let's play Obi. Let's play quickly. Let's play these guys with JB to see if these guys can be the future because they're gonna, I guess, mess up. Like the same thing we think about Josh Green. Last year, Josh Green wasn't looking for a shot at all. This is a totally different Josh Green. Like this is
what you see now.
Third year, like they were mad at Josh Green. Yeah, they wanted him to get a season and all that. Same thing with Jaden Hardy. Like we say, that's the guy that we look at as far as being that next piece that can score beside Luka and all that possibly if he gets time. But you feel like I know Obi last year to end the season had like an awesome time or an awesome little run or whatever. Do you want to see him in the starting lineup eventually, like to see if he can actually do it and maybe get some run as actually doing something?
Well, the thing is, these young kids play a lot of minutes. Obi is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 18 minutes a game. Quickly is in the neighborhood of about 23 minutes a game. Grimes is a starter now. We sat Evan Fournier for Grimes. Cam Reddish generally plays a ton of minutes. Mitchell Robinson, Hartenstein, and Sims all are around that 25-year-old range, and they play a ton. They have a rotation. They play a ton of minutes. Okay. Our thing is, and I hate to say it, Knicks fans, and I hate to say it in front of the nation, but as a collective, this young group is just not that good. Individual pieces, if Quickly goes to the Mavs, his career skyrocket, right? If you guys had like an Evan Fournier, or if we sent Evan Fournier to the Lakers or something, Evan Fournier is a 15-point per game guy, 40% shooting from three. You know what I'm saying? Obi on another team but together, they're not it. It's just what it is. And basketball is a game that you have to play together.
Chemistry.
Yeah, and they just don't. They just don't. It's not like we don't want these young guys to play, right? It's not like that. We want see the previous young core of Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox and all those guys. See, the coaching staff, they ruined those guys, but these guys are playing. Obi Toppin plays, and you felt Obi, or you didn't feel Obi's impact today. Obi Toppin played in a game. Y'all were up and down the floor. It was wide open, and you don't even know what Obi did. Obi did today, and Obi played a bunch of minutes.
21 minutes.
It's the same thing with Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish was slipping and sliding all over the floor, and that's out of what he normally does. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you think about it, if Josh Green was a starter for the Mavs like Quentin Grimes is for the Knicks, you think Josh Green would develop, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course he would. But Grimes is in a bigger role, getting bigger minutes than Josh Green, right? And Grimes finished with 9 points, right? He started out with 7 at the beginning of the game. Remember, Grimes complimented Rand. He scored those quick 7 points. We thought Grimes was going to go off for at least 15 to 20. And from the first quarter and a half on, he only scored 2 more points.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Knicks fan base. I love the Knicks and our fan base. But these young guys, they have to step up. Because at some point, young guys have to take account for their own development.
Sure.
Right? You know, when you're a washed up guy and you got your own car dealership and you're talking about I used to play in the NBA, you can't complain to people, my coach wouldn't let me play. He only played me 25 minutes.
That guy. He did it.
Yeah.
On Dallas, he did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, we can talk about this all day.
You can give us back that guy though. If you gave us back that guy right now, we'd be a championship contender.
I know.
Real talk.
I know, but that's y'all fault though. Y'all could have signed him.
Oh no, we're not saying it ain't. We're not saying it ain't.
It's
ours. It's 100% ours. We not definitely not gonna deny that.
Yeah,
like I said, we have our issues too, just like y'all, man. Our front office, our coaching, players not showing up. Players are being asked to do too much for their level of play or whatever. You know what I mean? Like a Reggie, like King said, like Reggie Bullock is playing like 30 minutes and scoring like putting up zeros across the board. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And it's just like, hopefully this game tonight or today can be that turning point. I'll probably put King's House on it if I do bet, but but if I like, I'm gonna take it. We're gonna take it one game at a time over here, man. I'm not gonna get too excited. It was a good win. I do agree, King. I think this might have been the best win of the season. From where we're at right now, this might have been the best win of the season. I mean, you can argue the Memphis game, but this is probably the best game of the season right here.
We're seasoned. Teams are seasoned at this point. Like that Memphis game was early in the season and all. Like I feel like with everything that happened and it being the Knicks and the Detroit game, where we the only game on TV, this was the biggest game.
Right, no doubt. And Memphis got away from us twice. They beat us in overtime the first game of the season.
I thought y'all were going to win that game.
Yeah, we wanted y'all to win that game.
Right.
Thought y'all were going to win, man.
The whole trend now, the whole conversation with being a Maverick fan is trying to realize who's the new toy that they're going to compare to Luka Doncic every year.
Right.
So the only guy we really say, well, at least on this show, that we give respect to in that group is a Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is I still don't feel like he's at that level yet, but he's the closest guy to that level in that 25 and under. But like you got like the John Morants, the Trae Youngs, and all that. I think there's just levels to it. I don't think they're at that tier yet, or even knocking on the tier completely. Like I just don't feel like John Morant gets his talk and he deserves it, but I don't think he's above Jason Tatum. Like for what reason? But we don't know. So
right. We definitely respect the Dallas Mavericks franchise, man. There are some moves that were made. So there are some things, like there are some open wounds, right? Like between us and Dallas, like the whole tampering thing. We feel like that's an open wound.
Man.
Like, bro, how you gonna say it's tampering when it's that man's son?
That's what he said. Because like everybody was coming on the show was like, man, he tampered, he need to do this and do that. It's like, y'all understand that's his dad, right?
Right.
How much tampering is that, Dad? I can't tell you where I'm going. I know we're close, we talk every day, and you help me train and all that stuff, but I can't tell you anything.
Right. Yeah,
Like you're not gonna tell your mom and dad anything like what you're doing with your life. Like no, bro, come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
come on. Yeah, that's petty to me.
We didn't care about that, man.
To me,
it's
that's
understandable.
petty. You know,
it was understandable, man.
You know, hey, but for the most part, I'll tell you what I thought going in. I honestly thought at tip off the Mavs were going to come out and beat the brakes off us from goal and beat us about 120 to 100. Now, with that said, y'all beat us about 120 to 100, but not because of the way I thought we were going to get there. Generally, in matinee games, like the 12 o'clock games on the East Coast, the Knicks come out dead and flat and lose no matter who the opponent is.
The Mavs did too. That's why y'all probably took the lead. We do too.
We just do that, right? The matinee games, we just lay down tight flat for anybody, right? The Wizards, whoever, right? But the way we got to 120 to 1 or 121, there are going to be some people out there in the chat. It was 121, Uncle Freezie. Okay, all right, whatever. But the final score being the way I never thought it'd be that, right? But what I do have to give the Mavs credit for is when something works, y'all don't go away from it.
Nope.
Right? See, the Knicks.
No, we usually don't, bro.
It looked like that today, and I saw the.
I got some examples, but go ahead.
I think it was the Golden State game. Y'all ran a play, and Josh Green was in that corner wide open, over and over and over. And I was like, yo, you know what? They found something to beat this thing, and they're gonna run it until Golden State stops it.
Unless it's Christian Wood.
Unless it's Christian Wood.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing, bro, that I was going to say
is two-man game, net rating, all that stuff points in the direction of the two-man game. It's the numbers show that when Luka is Christian Wood are in the game together, all that stuff is great, but
it's something up without coach and Christian Wood. But other than that, like even Christian Wood said before he came to this team, I mean, when they talked to him earlier, bro, he said that Luka would continuously do the same play over and over to him, and he used to hate watching that, and he hoped to be a part of it now. So the Mavericks do that. That's a good thing to pick up on Freezie.
Right? Yeah. I saw the thing with Hardaway, and I was like, what? Because when I first saw it, I saw both actions, right? Mm-hmm. So the first part of it was Luka went to the rim, and I think he lost the ball, but I saw Hardaway wide open on the wing. Mm-hmm. I was like, holy crap, they drew up something. And then the next time down, Luka came down and went to the rim and kicked it to Hardaway. That was in that same spot, and he knocked down the three. They ran it 2 more times. Hardaway knocked down the three. Then we pressed up on it like you tried to trap it with 3-on-2. Luka go to the rim, Euro 2 times, get 2 layups back to back. And I was like, yep, they drew this up. They saw something in the first half, and they had a counter for it in the second half. And I was like, they're going to keep running this thing until the Knicks stop it. And by the time we were able to either stop it or that play ran out, because sometimes plays just run its course. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so by the time that play ran its course or the Knicks found a way to stop it, the lead was so far out of control. I think y'all were up like 27.
Yep. And you know what's crazy about that too, Freeze? I didn't even know. Like, I'm watching the game or whatever. Like, he just kind of like, it's you going through the motions with the game. You see us constantly scoring. Like King said earlier, it was 17-0. And I'm sitting there, and then the next thing I know, I just happened to look down the score. Oh, dang, I didn't know we was up by, like you said, 25 or 27 or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, dang, okay. I knew we were scoring, but it's like, I thought we
didn't make every shot. We weren't making every shot, so Knicks just were missing every shot.
Yeah. So it kind of threw me off when I saw it. I'm like, dang, we was up by, at one point like 30. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. When I saw Reggie Bullock, because they ran the play to the opposite side with Dinwiddie. So Dinwiddie and Bullock ran it, and they were on the opposite sides. I guess because Bullock is more comfortable shooting the three from a different spot than Hardaway does. And there's no harm in that. Because shooting the three is not as simple as shooting the three. If there's a spot that you prefer, then, you know what I'm saying, you go to that spot when you know the three is going to be open. So Dinwiddie runs it, Bullock is wide open, and it's over. I knew it was over because the Mavs had something and we couldn't stop it. And what it reminded you of is that Oklahoma City Game 6 against Golden State, where Klay Thompson got scorching hot here in the name Game 6. When they ran that same play over and over. And OKC Russell Westbrook kept going under the screen, and Klay Thompson was wide open. And you like, Russ, why you keep going
Do
under?
something different. Yep. Just change.
Yeah.
Bro,
But let me ask y'all, man. We can go move on here for a little bit. Who y'all giving the game ball to? Who you giving the game ball to, huh? You know, we're gonna do it different today. You can either give it to a Mav, you can give it to a Knick. Cause we normally do it for the Mavs, no matter the wins or the losses. But
can I give that ball to Adam Silver so we can have another ping pong ball on lottery night? Probably not, right? Okay.
Listen, man, y'all already had the frozen envelope.
Frozen
man.
envelope.
Man, what that y'all want, man?
I know, man. I know. I definitely want to give this game ball to Luka, right? And not because of his stat line, but how he manipulated the defense, right? With not speed and quickness, but just court savvy. You know what I'm saying? He saw the personnel on the floor who he knew on defense, who could run, who could jump, who a defender was, all this stuff. And he manipulated our personnel to get Tim Hardaway those open looks. And to me, that was the key to the game. We couldn't stop it. Yeah. And then once you got Luka getting layups at the basket, because at one point Luka was 3 for 9 and then 3 for 11.
Yep.
Right. But
he ended up shooting over 50%.
Over 50%. Yep. Again,
on 44% on threes and 52% from the field. That's crazy.
When he got those two, I think it was like a stretch where he got like 4 layups. Like he made like 4 of 6 layups or something like that. Once I saw him get it going, I was like, here comes the 3, and you know it. Here comes the 3 from Luka. So I give it to Luka because he manipulated our defense, and he got others going. So when he was scoring, you didn't even notice.
Nope.
And that's what I was saying. Like I look up, and I'm like, oh, God, like I said, I see what's going on. They be hitting shots and all that stuff, and then you haven't looked down at the score. It's like, oh, well, dang, I didn't know we was up by, like I said, 25, 27 or whatever it was. It was crazy. Who you got, King?
I want to say 2 things before then. The Luka thing he just said, as far as getting the guys involved, he was doing just that. He was getting guys the wide open shots, or his counter basically was the lane to the lane, making a layup. It was like an easy layup. He kept doing it over and over again, so you weren't even paying attention to it, as Freezie said. But also, Luka, have you realized he's been the catch and shoot 3? He's been knocking down the catch and shoot 3. I know, but
we talked about that like what 4 or 5 shows ago. It was like start doing that. Yeah,
they're not paying attention to his game. I'm just saying it's a little something, a little wrinkle every year that he adds to his game. We talk about the catch and shoot. He's been knocking down the catch and shoot this year.
I meant to point that out in the last episode. I forgot to tell you. There was a couple times he had caught the ball for a catch and shoot, and he like kind of like then like pulled up like no, just catch it and then shoot it. It's okay. He like, do I dribble? Cause one of them he actually did like catch it,
gave a dribble,
and, like, dribbled it, and then stepped back and shot it.
He made it.
Like,
he made it.
You can just catch it and shoot it, bro. It's okay. yeah, he did make it, but I'm just like, bro, like it's okay. You can catch it and shoot it, bro. It's okay.
But
he like, what should I do with this?
The catch and shoot though, Luka was doing, setting guys up. But I'm gonna get the game ball to Tim Hardaway Jr. I got you. I know Mavs Twitter gonna hate me if I don't say it. I don't recognize real. Today it was trash can juice. Wasn't trash can juice today. He was Tim Hardaway Jr. He got to give us at least maybe I need 2 more games from him, maybe in a row. Johnny B, I'm gonna let you know right now before I'm off the trash can juice train in general. I did send Santa my wish list, and you saw it on Twitter. I asked him to come back, and it seemed like he may have returned. So I'm gonna give it to THJ today.
Oh my God! You had to say that with Johnny B sitting somewhere in the crowd, bro.
I'm gonna give it to THJ, man. I gotta call real. Smito, actually looked good today too. He didn't look bad. So,
well, you talking a lot. Yeah, matter of fact, I gotta apologize to Smito, man, from the last show. I do apologize, Smito.
His wife got on him. It was his wife.
She did get on me. She got on me about that and the whole Tim. Stop calling Tim. She said she wants me to stop calling, not just because she liked Tim, but she wants me to stop calling Tim trash can juice. So I gotta clean up my act, y'all. So, but now, it's gonna hurt my soul because I know Johnny gonna say something. I know he gonna say something.
Go ahead and say it, bro.
Oh man, it's simple to give it to Luka. Let's go ahead and give it to Tim, man. He had you know what? This is officially a Tim Hardaway game. We can admit that now. This is a Tim Hardaway game.
This was the best. This is the best game of the year for him. This was Tim Hardaway's best game of the year as well.
Okay.
His best game in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably was in the last 2 years. You're right.
Last 2 years, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our picks for game ball. Here's the play of the game. It could have been a lot more, but I just picked this one right here, man, because of when it happened. So this is the play of the game right here.
The Mavericks, who have been out-rebounded in 10 of their last 11 games, and rebounding by 9+. They're up by 5+ on the glass today, and they're up by 7. Wade Jr.
Well, I think it's easy to say Mavericks on a 19-3 run right now, mainly because of Tim Hardaway Jr.
Hey, man, I tell you what, follow easy, man, to calm down, King.
You know,
Tim Hardaway Jr. And I'm sorry, but Tim Hardaway Jr., if you ever say this is your city again,
Actually,
better
you know
watch
what?
your back.
No. You know what? What you just said. So on Twitter, they I guess they had an interview with him after the game. He didn't say this is my city. He said, "Look, man." He said, "Yeah," and he went and clarified that because somebody asked him that. Like, you say this is my city, and he was like, "Nah." He said, "I said something else. I can't say what." He said, "If you read my lips, I can't say what I said because I'm gonna get fined. But you read my lips, and that's what SJ was talking about, King."
Okay.
That's what she was talking about.
I got you.
So he's violating. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
Shielding
say
himself
that
out there today, man.
But Timmy, you know the big thing about Tim before you go to the glow yard, screw the scoring. I told you, Tim, if it's awesome if he do something else because he never does. He's only known for scoring. He's been rebounding the ball.
Oh, he been snatching some boards. I ain't gonna stunt.
Yeah, I think he grabbed like 7 tonight, didn't he?
Man, yeah, 7 boards. Man, hey, can I do one slug at Tim though?
Go ahead.
That pass he tried to throw up to you know what I'm talking about.
He's not a passer, bro. You know that.
Yeah, not a passer, bro.
He's not a passer.
Cause like I was sitting there as he threw it, I was like, you know that Doc Rivers meme when he's like, that's how I was looking when he threw it. I was like,
yeah.
And then it went out of bounds. I was like, oh, okay. Calm down. Stick to shooting, man. Just stick to shooting and rebounding, man. But yeah, Freezie, man, can you stay behind for a little bit, man, and answer some questions from the. Okay.
Yeah, you mind if I just wanted to salute to some of our people in the chat. So some of the people in the chat are over from Knicks Universe. I want to shout out to Pudge Nice and B Willis and some others that I saw in the chat, man. I just clicked over and saw the thing. So shout out to our people, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Help this channel grow and so that we can do future collabs and things together. Hopefully, if y'all enjoyed it, maybe we can do some work in the future. IKBM Dre is in the building. That's my man, contributor from the channel. Shout out to Dre.
I can't pop my questions up. King, is there as many questions that
it's he left us.
He disappeared.
Ro got he got that bootleg cable though.
He got that Cricket wireless.
Yeah, he should pop back good eventually though. But I want to let all the Knicks fans know as well from coming over from your channel that they should do WTM. At WTM is how we answer the questions normally. So if y'all want to get a question answered, they probably go through and just answer everybody today anyway, or just a lot of folks where we can get in. But normally we do at WTM, so we know. Now I'm by myself. Okay, now we back again.
Right. Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. That's right,
bro. I don't even
come back in.
I don't know what's going on, man. It froze as I was trying to click on the question. I was asking you, did you have as many? Is it many people in there as I think?
It's like 400. It's like 400 something questions it was when I first got in there.
So it is that much.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all already know we're not gonna be able to answer all these, man.
But I was telling him that you may see some folks from his channel as well, and may not have the WTM, so you may want to read their questions, do it a little different today, so they don't know.
Okay.
See if you see a question, basically.
Hey, you want to go to 45?
That's fine. We can go to 45.
Okay. Give me an hour, bro, because I'm still scrolling.
We'll go to what is it? Let's do 40. Make it 40. That's 20 minutes. Hour 40.
Okay. All right, y'all. I know we got some visitors in here tonight, so a lot of them don't know. But for the Mad fans, y'all know how we do this, man. If y'all want to hit us with a question or a comment, hit us with that WTM. If you want your question or your comment read on the show, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, like King said, y'all probably go for about 20 minutes. We're probably not going to hit everybody because we got over 400 questions, man. We definitely appreciate it. We got a lot of people in the live chat.
Is that a lot? 400? Is that a lot?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know because I ain't never done it, so I'm not asking.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And that's a lot.
Probably because we're going to be reading all of them.
Bro.
They're probably going to pop up as well while we're reading them.
Yeah, while we're reading, yeah. Because we might say something, like say we answer one of their questions, they want a follow-up question, so they're going to be somewhere way at the bottom.
Right.
So, yeah. So, here we go, man. I hope this thing will come up. Okay, here we go. Coy says, was listening to Locked On against my better judgment. Said Nick said and he cuts off. So, I don't know what you're trying to say Nick said, but yeah, you be cautious is all I got to say with them. Anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go. Coy says, proud of the whole team effort. The energy we won, rebounding for once. Good team win, and no TAJ slander for me today. We finally played. He said we finally played a good third quarter and fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Right.
Luka scored 19 by himself in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry, third quarter.
The third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter. Coy says, Knicks fans down so bad, it's effing crazy. Oh, yeah, Coy was in there too, King, in that Spaces I was telling you about.
Spaces.
Yeah, because he wanted folks to hit me up, talking, yo, you got to go check the Spaces out. And shout out to Dallas fans here. She said the same thing, and I was like, I was doing something. I was helping my wife with something or whatever, man, and I was like, you know what, let me just go in there and see what everybody's talking about, man, and it was crazy. He's right. Man, the passion in there, though, is a trip. Man, like I said, shout out to State, man, because he was in there today.
Yeah, State be bugging.
Yeah, State be wilding. Coy says, I know we've been down and bad right now, but the Knicks fans and organization is crazy. Yeah. Like I said, I was in that Spaces today, man.
Yeah, we're a little bit, but listen, the thing is, so there's a difference between crazy and stir crazy, right? Right now, we're just stir crazy. We just not random lunatics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely understand. You tired of seeing the same thing all the time. You always promise changes and all that stuff over and over, and it doesn't change. It's the exact same thing. We going through that now. You know what I mean? So we know. Did what's good, man? He said you best say sorry about your Tim Hardaway Jr. comments, boys. He said your boy showed up today. LOL. He said just kidding. This is the best case scenario. Him and Bullock showing up for a month so we can trade him. Yeah, that's what I said, man. Shout out to my bro-in-law today, man. He said the same thing on Twitter.
Yep.
Go ahead and get them stocks up, man. We get rid of them boys. That'd be nice.
Zach LaVine.
Let's see.
Looking at you.
That'd be nice, man. Let's see. Deep said I called it. Brunson parade. New York Knicks are finished. Oh man.
I don't know if Brunson been overrated. Yeah,
I don't know about the overrated thing. He did have a bad game today though, for sure.
And he's injured too, by the way. He's injured shoulder and ankle. He hurt his shoulder and he hurt his shoulder last game and ankle the game before that. So,
and he probably didn't want to miss this game. Probably why he didn't sit out.
Right.
Which I don't blame him. Euro was good, man. Said appreciate the work, fellas. Love these crossover shows. Salute to the guests as well. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Euro. Let's see. My stuff is lagging a little bit here. We got so many people in here, it's lagging. Big says, I was watching first half on my way to work, and I thought we'd lose. I'm surprised. Beck, listen. You and me both. I went to run air. I had it on my phone as I was driving, man, and I'm not going to lie. I thought we were going to lose, too. We were down by, 7 at halftime, and it didn't look well. Like I said, Luka wasn't playing well. A lot of missed shots. So I thought we were going to lose, too. And so we just turned it on in the second half. So like I said, man, congratulations to the Mavs, man. Beck says, yo, Knicks, look at THJ. He's a great shooter, and you need good shooters. They give us Kyrie, and we'll add Bullock as well. Man, that'd be nice.
Oh, you went to Kyrie? You on the Kyrie train over?
I wonder if they did get Kyrie, how many first rounds would Brooklyn want?
Well, Kyrie's an expiring contract for one.
Yeah.
That too.
I don't think we need – so I think we have enough. How about I say that to you? Even on the Knicks one, I think for Kyrie we have enough right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't see nobody giving him like 5 draft picks for Kyrie.
I think 2. I think 2 probably the most.
That's what I was thinking, maybe 2.
I'm thinking 2.
And they probably gonna throw in like a second round or something.
Yeah.
Kind of sweeten the pot a little bit, but yeah, to kind of outbid another team that's trying to get him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, we got a few more. We got a week and a half left until the trade deadline. Till you can start trading players.
Start trading, yep.
Yeah, Beck says, guys, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Let's hello, man. Reached out to us. Appreciate it, Beck, man. We definitely appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna do our part too, man. We're gonna help too.
Thank you. Much love.
And like I said, if y'all into all types of NBA content, man, please follow Freezie and them, man. I got their information down below in the comment section, guys. Please follow them on YouTube and on Twitter. Div says Luka MVP, book it, F Giannis, and all the rest. Luka MVP. Got to get more wins, Div. We can get more wins. He got the numbers.
It's his. If you can get the top four seeds,
yeah, we can get top 4. You can get, because I'm a fan of this guy, but he did drop 7 points his last game. Shout out to the people who was shooting slugs at us on Twitter, trying to say that Tatum was better. I got into it with a Boston fan behind that too. So yeah. Diff says I was watching post game Knicks fan podcast. All are mad that Brunson knows how to get his shot and isn't clutch. Is it clutch? Love it. Why he wasn't worth $27 million a year?
You see it, Freezie. This is
the
JB slander that we had to deal with.
We love him. We love him. We want to keep him.
But they say he's not worth $27 million. Like he got him 13.
He's not your number one. But King, what they don't realize is every player in this league has flaws. It's like saying, why is Luka not all defense?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Every NBA player is going to have. Why is Giannis been in the league so long? How come he can't shoot a jumper?
Yep.
Every player is going to. Anthony Davis has all these skills. How come he can't stay healthy? Every NBA player is going to have some flaws, bro. You just got to rock with it. Like Jason Tatum ain't clutch. You know what I'm saying?
He had the worst clutch up.
In certain situations in the playoffs, it don't seem like it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on. There you go. Corey said, glad Josh got 27 minutes. He needs 26 to 28 minutes a night.
That's what we said.
Yeah, we've been said that. He says Haas defense is really good. Probably his defense is really good.
Yeah.
Just one of your followers. Come on.
Yeah, probably. We have some.
Pudge NYC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pudge. What's good? Pudge Nice is in the building. What's good?
Yeah, I don't. We can't see the emoji on there, Pudge. For some, it's probably see on the phone, but not on the computer. Harold, what's good, man? He says Wood has to show effort on the defensive end if he wants to play. Although I don't agree with Jason Mid philosophy that what requires of him, I hope he gets better at it. Yeah.
I don't think. I don't know. I just feel like that Wood thing. It's always going. I knew it was going to come around to Christian Wood for some reason. Even though I think Christian Wood is always coming, and when he comes in,
King?
we end up scoring more points than other team when he's in the game. But somehow it's I don't know.
Hey, this is what we deal with right here, man. You see it firsthand. This is what we deal with.
But the rest of the team did play awesome defensively, though. I feel like the rest of the team stepped up, and they haven't been stepping up recently.
Right.
Ashton, what's good, man? So I'm ready to put Reggie somewhere else and just play Hardy. Nice.
Right.
That'll definitely be nice. Oh, this one right here for you, Freezie, right here, man. He said Tibbs' last game is tomorrow.
Nice.
Pretty much. That's what I thought. If we get blown out by Cleveland tomorrow,
by Jonathan Mitchell, I did hear them say that in the
Dang, you didn't even get fired. Wow.
Yeah. If and not because it's Cleveland, because screw Cleveland ain't nobody, but it's because we could have had Donovan Mitchell and we didn't want to give up Quentin Grimes, right? And then we look at Quentin Grimes right now, we're like, who in the world is Quentin Grimes for you to hold him out of a Donovan Mitchell trade.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I'm very.
Donovan Mitchell all NBA this year, right now.
God,
hand to the man. We didn't want to give up Grimes, and Cleveland gave up whatever, and so now they have Spider, and we have Grimes.
Wow,
Grimes. Do it for the Grimes.
Yo, remember when you was talking about front office?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yikes.
Come on, bro. Let's go. There you go. Harold says, right, don't be playing Hardy only in blowout. Don't be playing Hardy only in blowout games. And it's what's going to look like he's going to be right now, Harold, until he get a little bit more established. So don't look for him to get like significant minutes or anything in the rotation. It's going to be about a year, maybe a year and a half before, because look how long it took for Josh Green to kind of get established. So it's going to take a little time. You're the man of the hour right here, King. Smito said, just interested. What did Maxey do wrong this time?
I told you, Smito had a good game, Smito.
He had a good game, Smito. I still don't think he's worth an extension. He should be gone, but he had a good game. Have a good enough game to get traded.
I told you, Smito, my whole thought has always been, I don't think he should have been extended. We should have waited to the end of the year to decide based off of what happens. And right now, he's not worth $11 million, still in my opinion. But that was a good game, though. He's on his way with this game.
Here's Madam King right here. She says, like and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
Thanks,
we like in the middle of the pack, and they saying we ain't started yet. Okay. Man, I think I'm lost, King. Hold on. I better say, did it jump? It jumped.
It's a Smito next. Saying about the Knicks are hating on everything.
Come on, there you go. Smito says, by the way, the Knicks are hating on everything from front office to coach to players, even harder than you guys do. He said they don't even think they were a contender.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if I make this real quick, it's not that we hate on the Knicks. Bro, trust me. It's like, what's that song by that chick when she's singing, she's broken down and tired. I'm broken down and tired. You know the song I'm talking about, the song everybody. That's what we are, bro. We like you sell us all this stuff, bro, and nothing ever happens, and it's the same result. And then you bring in new people, new coaches, new front office, new everything, and we get the same result.
You want to know why that is? It's the same thing with us. What's the common denominator?
Frank Ntilikina.
No,
not Frank. Okay.
I was gonna say James Dolan.
Yep.
Same thing with us, Mark Cuban. That's the common denominator. Like you said, you got a whole new front office, whole new coaching staff too.
Everything clean.
Still had the same
3 times. Yep.
You had to change it 2 or 3 times. We didn't change it just recently or whatever. What's the common denominator?
The only thing about y'all
is
y'all can afford to be patient because y'all have won a championship not recently. But
I'm about to say, you sure about that?
Yeah, but y'all have won a championship, say, in a fair enough amount of time where you can be a little bit, because before those 2 championship run, Dallas hadn't won nothing.
No.
But
Dallas ain't won no
the
championship.
thing is, we have a generational player who we're in an era now that if you don't get your stuff in order, that person could be the next guy to say, hey, man, I want to get out of here. I don't care how long the contract is. They could be the next one to say, I got to get out of here. Especially if you see that the team is not progressing upward. You're staying, mid, as everybody always says. You're staying like right there. He's not showing any type of growth or anything like that. Hey, matter of fact, I don't know if you saw that Woj video a couple of days ago. He said that, hey, Dallas on the time clock. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what people are saying. Kyrie said he gonna stay in Boston. What did he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what they're saying on camera. Jalen Brunson. We thought Jalen Brunson was gonna stay. Like, all that stuff can sound good right now, but I'm guaranteeing you, if Luka keeps hearing his name with people saying, oh, he can't win nothing and this and that, and, man, hey, Luka, you probably can win something better if you go to L.A. or you go to Miami or you go over here or whatever.
Orlando.
That's going to kind of get to you. Orlando or whatever. Eventually it's going to get to you, and you're going to say, yo, I got to get up out of here, man. I'm tired of playing with Maxi Cleaver or Dwight Powell, and they constantly getting extensions and we're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So,
But if I may, the thing I will say about Dallas is Dallas knows how, regardless of the owner, the franchise knows how to cultivate a young core, right? No matter what generation of Mavs fan you are. If you were the generation of Roy Tarpley, James Donaldson, Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper, that was a young group of kids. Now, they choked in the playoffs a lot. But
it was just to the Lakers. It was just to the Lakers.
Okay. All right. Okay. But
Triple J's
think
Nets.
about that. Yeah. Them too. So if you were 30-something, then you'll remember the Tony Braxton Mavericks, right? Mm-hmm. You remember them, right? And then you'll remember the core they do together with a whole bunch of scrap. I hadn't even heard of Deshaun Stevenson until he got to the Mavs. And so you got Deshaun Stevenson, JJ Barea. Yeah.
Him and LeBron had beef.
You remember the Deshaun Stevenson LeBron beef when he played for
Soulja Boy
Washington?
Had a song and all that.
When he played for
Washington.
He played for Washington Wizards.
No, I don't remember. Yeah,
it's a beef all the time in the playoffs.
Yeah, but the Mavs put together a group of guys, a young group, bro. You were like, these kids can do it. You know what I'm saying? So the Mavs, unlike any other team in the NBA, I don't know another team that can do it. Like every generation, they have a memorable core of players that stick together and play. Now, Luka is in what, year 7?
5.
Something like
5.
that.
Dang, man.
Year
5?
5?
My boy up like that, man.
Year 5 or something. Year 5 or something. But so think about it. Luka's in year 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Green is in year 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they that far apart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so but then when you ask the Knicks how many cores like that have they put together, and people will say Pat Ewing, and that's about it.
Dang.
Yeah. We feel like we underachieved though, Freezie. Like we feel like that one, even though we have one, we went through a bunch of failures to get that one that should have been other championships. So we sitting there like, wow, Mark Cuban, why is it so hard?
Mavs fans, don't do that to yourselves, Mavs fans. Because here's the thing with the Mavericks franchise is they get caught up in the dynasty runs. With, like, for instance,
we see them around us.
Yeah, right. Houston has multiple championships. The Spurs have multiple championships, right? All of them are basically in the same division. And then while the Mavs had that Tony Braxton Mavs group, the Rockets winning the NBA Finals, they beat us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when y'all had Dirk and them, there was like a Houston team that had like Yao and McGrady. And all them guys. Yeah, so if I'm the Mavs fan base, I won't. And this is just me being a basketball historian, right? I remember Mark Aguirre in his prime and Rolando Blackman and how you couldn't double team anybody and Roy Tarpley was coming off the bench.
Aguirre, boy.
Yeah, Mark Aguirre should be in the Hall of Fame. It's a travesty, bro.
Which I still don't understand why he isn't. It's like that he got a ring in Detroit. He didn't put the same numbers up, but he got the ring. And he was a huge part of that.
Ring. He would have got it.
And he was a huge part of that.
The ring. Yes.
Yeah, and he was a huge. He wasn't like somebody who just sit at the end of the bench and got one. He was part of that team.
He was a contributor.
So, yeah.
But think about Mark Aguirre's heyday, though. Mark Aguirre's heyday with them Mavericks, right? Yes. With them '80s Mavericks, there was a franchise out in LA that was running a dynasty, and then it was offshoots like Lethal Weapon in Seattle with Tom Chambers, Xavier McDaniel, and Dale Ellis.
Man.
Then you got the up and coming Blazers. You know, so if you're a
Terry
Mavs
Porter
fan,
and all them,
so if you're a Mavs fan, you got to be like, at least you got one. You can't be like, you know,
we don't knock it, but it's just like we kept winning 60 games and all. Like it's basically 3 teams in the West during the 2000s. It was the Lakers, the Spurs, and the Mavericks. Like think about it, like they're the 3.
Utah was pretty good too, though.
But I mean, as far as represented a championship. It was those 3 teams that got them. It was either San Antonio, the Lakers, or Dallas got in and cracked and got theirs. Right. It was other teams. Other times we just felt like because we would go through years where we would have a better record than like San Antonio or like LA and all, and it just wouldn't happen. So we would have Dirk with 60 wins or 67 wins and be like, this our year. And it'd be like, nah, San Antonio's going to win it again or LA's going to win it again because we make dumb decisions. So it's not that we love the one championship. It was huge that it happened. And I think Dirk's championship is probably the heaviest championship there is. But it's just, I wish he could have more. It's just other opportunities where I see Dirk, where his representation as far as a power forward, I feel like he should be like the clear-cut number 2, like power forward of all time with like multiple championships, but he isn't because of Mark Cuban. So now there's conversations about Kevin Garnett and all that, which is warranted. But like KG was a number 2/3 when he won a championship. Dirk was still the number 1.
Kevin Garnett can't hold Dirk job.
And Kevin Garnett was getting destroyed by Dirk in the playoffs and all that stuff as far as when he was in Minnesota. So
Freezie, when you come back on, man? When you come back to the show, man?
You're not gonna convert me to a Mavs fan. I'm just appreciate that I appreciate Dirk being. I would say the top 5 power forwards of all time. You got to give number 1 to Tim Duncan, right? You got to give number 1 to Tim Duncan. You got to give 2 and 3, right? In my opinion, because I started watching basketball in the 70s. I think you got to credit Karl Malone because you don't score that many points for that many years if you're not good. You don't start off 22 years old scoring like 23 a game and is 35 years old scoring 25 a game and do it the whole time. Karl Malone,
right?
You gotta big up Barkley and then Dirk, and then everybody else is like, yeah, where do you fit? What era did you play in? How much did you contribute? Because no lie, just real quick Nick story. I remember when the first Charles Barkley Nikes first came out. My mom had worked like 4 overtime shifts at this pillow plant. They do pillows and quilts and all that stuff. She used to come home like feathers falling all on her clothes just to get me a pair of Charles Barkley's, right? Dang. So I get these Barkleys, and then that Sunday evening matinee, we play the Sixers. Barkley is in his prime, right? They run this, just like the night. Y'all ran the same play over and over.
Over and over.
The Sixers ran this play over and over. Charles Barkley dunked on Bill Cartwright like 9 straight times. So much so that Chuck D from Public Enemy made a song lyric about it. Said he'll throw that thing down your throat like Barkley, because Barkley threw that thing down. And I was so mad at Barkley, but I had his sneakers on. So what can you do?
Hey, man, Charles Barkley was I keep telling folks, Charles Barkley at one point, probably at 2 points, was the second best player in the world. When Jordan was the man in the early 90s and when Hakeem Olajuwon jumped him. The issue is that he never won the championship. So he don't get recognized for being that KD level player during an era with LeBron being Michael Jordan or whatever like that.
Right.
But I gotta give it to Dirk though. Why? Because even though you said Karl Malone and he's up there as far as number 2 or he's 3 now, I think, on the list of all-time scores, Dirk's number 6 right behind him. Dirk's 30,000 points, and he got that ring, leading the team to the championship. Karl never got it done. I'm sorry Jordan was there. I'm sorry the Detroit Pistons were there. But Dirk getting it done as that number 1 guy is why I put him like solidified as number 2. And truthfully, if we count in minutes at the power forward position, Dirk will be number 1 because Tim Duncan has most of his minutes at the center position.
At center position.
The only reason he's a power forward is because David Robinson was there when he got drafted.
Right. I can see that. I can see that, but I could also say that Tim Duncan sacrificed a lot of numbers just to win championships.
Oh, I love it.
We could say Tim Duncan could have averaged 33-15 every year of his career.
Tim Duncan's a top 10 player.
Yeah.
Dirk's not a top 10 player. I will say that all day. You don't have to argue with me about it.
This for you right here, Freezie.
Oh, that's Selly. Hey, Selly, what's good, bro? We're going to jump on Selly. We probably going to jump on later, probably about 11:30.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, man.
I thought you was a Mavs fan. What? This is... Oh, okay. So we got a crossover fan. Okay.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. Beck said after today's game, which Knicks player we signed next? Laughs sarcastically. Yeah. Cam Reddish.
Probably quickly in a trade. I think quickly he's going to be traded probably in December or January.
I was thinking
both of y'all this. let me ask y'all both this, because you see how these teams are kind of power up on each other as far as like records and all that stuff. You don't have really a consistency going on this year. You know, you'll win one, lose one, win one, lose one, or whatever. Do y'all think it's gonna be like a wholesale before the trade deadline, as far as like as soon as December 15 comes, like people just gonna like the phone's gonna be blowing up? Like, y'all think that's gonna happen?
I think so because it's so close. Because everything's so jumbled up and close right now, people gonna want to step away. Yes, and get a foot.
And plus, there were teams out there that are doing something like Boston is as hot as fish grease right now, and you don't want to let a team that hot this early run away with the standings where they'll be the number one seed all the way through the season.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to try to catch them. You don't want to give Boston home court advantage throughout the playoffs.
Plus, I also think teams are trying to make sure they're not seen as tanking, because Adam Silver said he was looking at it. But I think eventually teams going to start like really tanking. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Portland's tanking now. Tell you the truth. At some point, Portland's like I think they're right above us, or maybe now right beneath us now again in the standings now, after being like the number 2 seed earlier in the year, bro. So they're going to start tanking eventually. Like,
Utah was 10-4, they 13-11 now.
Utah might try to stay in there. I don't know what Utah. So they still hold up to 10-11. They're under 500.
13-11.
Oh, 13-11. But they're still like in the 3rd seed, though, right? With that 13-11.
Right.
So
I
know they've been losing, but everybody's been losing. So I don't know what Utah. I thought they were going to still tank it. I would think Danny Ainge would want to tank still. But I think they want to get Larry Market in an All-Star game.
Let me see. I'm gonna answer two random questions, man, because we got a lot of y'all in here.
Salute to you, TGK. I know you in there. I saw you in there, TGK.
TGK, what up, man? That's another Mav content creator. Let's see.
Shout out to the creators in the building. Hinton Murphy, what's good?
Let's see. Let me go back to the bottom and see if I can answer something from the bottom and then go up. Here's a name we ain't seen in a while. Or have we seen? Come on, there you go. K-Dub, what's good, man? He says when Luka sees that he isn't in the first team All-NBA because of this team, he will start to talk. He said first to Slovenia media, which will tell the American media, and it will get nasty. Yeah, like I said, after a while, man, it's going, because hell, we're on Twitter right now defending Luka from casual fans. So just imagine what he's having to go through with the national media. You got folks like Kendrick Perkins, saying some off the wall stuff. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, that stuff gonna start affecting him, man. It's like, yo, maybe I can't win here. Let me go to X team and try to win over there or whatever.
Right.
You think at this moment, Ro, that Luka's starting the All-Star game?
Yeah.
You say yeah, Freezie?
I think so.
I think the fans will both vote Luka in.
So it won't be Devin Booker and Steph?
No, I think it'll. Oh man, that's a good question.
Or Ja, because you got to think it's Devin Booker, Ja, and Steph still as well.
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's the type of stuff I think about as well. Like Luka being like, "Hold up, man, I'm not starting an All-Star game. He already didn't start last year, so if he don't start again this year, it will be horrible." And then, like you said, the first team All-NBA. If he's not in the top seeds and all, they might throw somebody else in there to give it to him. Because a lot of guys are averaging 30 and all. They're looking to give it to Steph. Steph could be in the first team again if his record's above Luka's.
Yeah.
So it's Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Devin Booker's number 1 in the West. And this time, no disrespect. I mean, we call it out like it is, but this is Devin Booker's team now. The Phoenix Suns now are Devin Booker's team. It's no longer Chris Paul doing it for Devin Booker. It's now his team.
Right.
Elle says, she says, I don't know, how you pronounce that, King?
I have no
M-A-T-E-J.
Just ask me like I'm Slovenian.
You be knowing all the stuff, man. He says, has been talking about Luka being used to winning before he came to this country, so he is looking for that again. So the front office better get some people in here. Better get some people in. Wait,
here or he's out. I'm guessing that. I think that may be his agent's name. Yeah, that may be Luka's agent's name.
Yeah, probably.
I thought that might have been a misprint or something. I didn't know.
I think that may be his agent.
Okay. Yeah, she usually be on the Slovenia side, so she know.
It's gonna end up being Rich Paul in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh man, if that's the case, look out of her.
He may not be because Brown won't be playing no more. I think by the time
look,
Rich Paul is
LeBron will be a Knick by then.
He might be a Maverick. Y'all gonna get Bronny?
45.
Y'all gonna draft Bronny?
But we got 1,000 picks, and we suck.
Hey, man.
I can't believe I didn't get Donovan Mitchell with those picks, man. That y'all could have gave up.
Nah, we preferred Quentin Grimes.
But yeah, listen, man, that's gonna probably do it for tonight, man. Listen, we apologize we couldn't get to everybody's questions and comments, man. But we do definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight, man. It's a late one. Well, it's not too late. It's like 9 o'clock.
Late one.
I don't know about you. No, I'm just used to us, coming on here and getting off at 1 o'clock in the morning on my time. You at 5 o'clock in the morning. You way over in But listen, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, you're into Mav content, please, guys, hit that subscribe button so that way we can build this thing up. We're on our way to our first 1,000, guys. We can't wait. We're definitely trying to get there so we can do more things for this channel. Also, hit that like button. That'll go a long way to help us build up that algorithm, y'all. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a very simple thing. Just press that button, y'all, to help us build up that algorithm to reach more Mav fans like yourself to join the Glow Yard gang. Also, right there next to Freezie, y'all see where we at, man. It's all our socials. You got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got Snap. He covering up that TikTok, man. So King won't be doing no pop locking and all that stuff on the screen, man. So that's okay, man. He working with King. That's okay, man. But yeah, y'all can follow us on all the socials, guys. At We Talk Mavs, guys. So there you go. King, is there anything I'm missing?
Share, and more share, please. Not only our stuff, but please for Uncle Freezie and all of their stuff. Like, just share all this basketball content because there are a bunch of creators, guys, that are out here that are just diehard fans that know the information, that watch these teams, and just want to be on the screen. So we want to do as much as we can for you guys, and we can't do this without your support. So we appreciate you and thank you.
Definitely. I to be honest with you, well, y'all know how I roll. I don't watch ESPN and all that, Fox Sports and all that. I go on YouTube and I find guys like Uncle Freezie to listen to their takes. You know what I mean? Because they're not tainted by anything. So, you know what I mean? So I listen to their takes to get an understanding of these teams. So
I do the same thing.
Guys, if y'all guys are into Mav, not just Mav content, but NBA content, guys, I would encourage y'all to go on YouTube and just type up different teams, type up Portland podcast, Magic podcast, New York podcast, or whatever. And you can find these guys, man, and you just take your pick of the litter, man. Listen to these guys, and you get the understanding of what their teams and their fan bases are going through from their perspective. Don't take ESPN's word for it and say, oh, well, the Knicks is this and that and this. It's like, but then you get guys like Uncle Freezie and they're like, yo, that's not true. We're this and that and this. So I definitely encourage y'all to do that, man. That's what I do. That's how I get my news. Doubt. But Uncle Freezie, man, you got anything you want to say before we go?
So let me just say this really quick. So shout out to you guys for creating great content, for one, right? And also kudos and thank you to y'all being receptive to two different fan bases coming together and not being adversarial, but understanding that fan bases can come together and just talk about NBA basketball in a safe setting and just be real with one another. So shout out to y'all for that. I'm going to ask everybody that watches this to subscribe so that we can at least get this channel to about 1,100 subscribers by the end of December. It's easy. Click the subscribe button. Go to the notifications. Click it. Right? When it shows you the menu, go click all for all notifications so that every time the guys go live, right, you can be alerted 30 minutes ahead of time so that you can put your beverage in the cooler, let it chill, microwave your burrito, food, whatever it is, and then come hang out with the guys who you never know. We're trying to build a network here of all NBA YouTubers and stuff. So right now you're looking at Knicks and Mavs, but who knows what it'll be like in the future.
Yeah.
So you start by subscribing to the channel, right? And we build from there. And I also want to say thank you guys because we put this together in 24 hours? That was fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? We put this joint together in like 24 hours, a collaboration in less than 24 hours. That's amazing, man. I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, rocking with us and allowing me to bring these Knicks crazies over here to y'all channel and rock with y'all, man. So I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I love it. We call each other dummies over here, so I love it.
Yeah, man.
So, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this also too, guys, will be up in podcast form tonight. As soon as the show is open, I'm gonna post it up on all podcast streaming services. No matter what y'all listen to your podcast on, it will be on there. With all that being said, guys, like I said, I got Freezie's information down below. You guys follow him on YouTube and on Twitter. We will be back here on Monday. We playing the dreaded, hated.
Woo!
Man,
Nope, we need this
Phoenix.
one. I don't
Phoenix
want
Suns. King, listen to me. You know, I just got into it with a Suns fan online. Shout out to Dallas fans here. I know she been getting into it with a lot of them. They constantly hitting her up for no reason, just out the blue.
Bro.
The thing, look, we have to win this game. We have to.
You know
win this
how
game.
bad we want to talk trash. Like, Luka, please, like that's please.
Luka, you playing another guy.
Please,
Like,
man.
it's your chance.
Please.
Like, you know how you play one of them guys. Like, oh, you
give us
you one of them
51
guys?
3/4, Luka. Please. I
Yep,
love
there
you.
you go.
Even the same thing.
Hey, if I could make y'all laugh real quick, I talked to Sacramento Kings fans. I got caught up in like some kind of weird beehive. Like I think I liked somebody's tweet, somebody said like a random NBA thing, and the King Hive came for me, right? And then I started going into their stuff, and they were mad at me because I don't respect the Kings. And I don't respect the Kings. Who are the Kings? I respect y'all team. I respect the fans. But I don't respect the Sacramento Kings. But they are mad at the Mavericks, right? Because the Kings took Marvin Bagley instead of...
Wait, no, it's not our
Why are
fault.
y'all mad at us? Like, why would they be mad at us?
I know this, bro. You know, mentally, you know that don't make sense, right? How are they mad at the Mavs for taking Trae Young and then trading him for Luka when they were ahead of everybody else?
Yes, you were number 2.
They had him. They didn't have to do anything. They had him right there. They could have just said, hey, Luka.
Hey, don't get mad at us. Get mad at Vlade Divac for the reasoning of why he didn't take him. That was the reason. You know what I'm saying? That's on him.
It looked like they
But
might
fans
We
are
do nothing.
irrational. Fans are irrational, bro.
Listen, like I
they
said,
might
the
make the
Phoenix
playoffs
Suns
this year,
fans are the main ones on us right now. Like, you had the best record. Y'all were the one front running, talking noise and all that stuff. We just went there and did our job. And now they're mad at us on everything that happens. They point back at the Mavericks. It's like, oh, I was sneezing because I was allergic to this pepper I put on my food. But the Mavericks though, it's like, well, come on, man. Like, let it go, man. Like, Jesus.
It makes me think this season is going to be more fun than what I anticipated.
Yes,
I think this season is going to be more fun than I anticipated. I mean, what our team does, like whether y'all beat the Phoenix Suns or not, or whether the Knicks beat the Cavaliers tomorrow or not, the interaction between all of the fan bases is starting to build where when you guys provide platforms like this, it's going to be fun going forward because for the most part, we used to be fans that rooted in our living room or at a stadium. Now you guys have a platform and people know where you guys are, and the same with us and others. And so other fan bases will come in and invade, and you get to experience the total NBA thing. And so, and then the channel grows and all that stuff. So I think it's going to be a fun ride over the next few months or so.
Yes, sir. We're gonna definitely try to network, man, and get on more people like you, man. So we all can link up.
And we definitely put the Knicks again, right? In Dallas. So
yeah.
The Randall Revenge Tour. That's the Randall Revenge Tour. That's what.
Absolutely. He plays.
Oh,
he
yeah.
already know.
He like Jordan, man. When he come to Dallas, man, that's where he from. Shout out to Randall, man. Dallas finest. But yeah, that's gonna probably do it for us, guys. It is your boy Rail. Got my boy King. We got our guest Uncle Freezie on, man. This is We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs production. And Go Mavs. We'll holler at y'all later.